Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ryan Blaney's 2022 Body Armor Edge Coca-Cola 600 paint scheme. And I'm going to tell you guys something, this is one of my favorite cars from that race. And this is a Chase Elliott fan making this video. As much as I do love that car and have that car in both 164 and 124, this by far has to be one of my favorite paint schemes from the 2022 Coca-Cola 600. Holy cow, is this a beautiful paint scheme. And yeah, this is not a patriotic car other than the banner, but this did run the Coca-Cola 600 again. Because I'm saying again because this car actually ran in the last Coca-Cola 600 with a different color scheme. And now this one is a new flavor of body armor, which is really, really cool. I really like this one. The colors on it are just fantastic. And so without further ado, let's take this diecast finally out of the box. I have been holding on to this one to be reviewed, as well as a couple other cars. Maybe you'll probably see a couple other Coca-Cola 600 diecasts this year to be reviewed. So let's take it out of the box and get it ready to review. And holy cow! This is a beautiful, beautiful paint scheme. I mean, look at this thing. It's just green, pink, yellow, white numbers, gray wheels. What a fantastic looking diecast. Absolutely outstanding. So, without further ado, it's going to be time to take a look at the diecast itself. So, you've got number 12. Of course, no Penske Racing right there. The Ford Mustang front end, which always looks good on these cars. And, oh my God. What in the world happened to the Body Armor Edge logo on the hood? Holy Christ. You guys see that? Look at that. It's like wavy. It's just like Body Armor Edge instead of Body Armor Edge. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And then look at how the hood, it looks like the whole, like, hood is, like, slid up on this thing. Wow. I mean, that's kind of odd. You know, that's a little bit online out there. Holy cow. That is kind of not good. I mean, as far as looking like the real life car. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that entire hood decal is slid up, and I did not notice that when I purchased it. Oh well, it kind of is what it is. I mean, it is a drink, and drinks are kind of wavy, if you know what I mean, but wow. Alright then. So, back to the review of this car. And, oh no. Holy Christ. Look at that paint chip on the Goodyear. Underneath the Goodyear. Bam! Right there. A chip. Right on the side of the front end. No, this car is fresh out of the package. I did not play with this car before using it. And there's a paint chip. Bam! Right next to the Goodyear logo. What in the world happened there? Anyways, Goodyear NASCAR Cup Series. NASCAR Salutes number 12. Got Ryan Blaney, Body Armor Worth, Ford PPG, Mazak, Dent Wizard, and Discount Tire. The race winner sticker right there. Body Armor Edge. Of course, you have Advance. What does that say? Wake County Speedway, it looks like that says. Dex imaging right there next to the rear quarter window decal. Honor and Remember on the Goodyears with the blue outline to the Goodyears. You have Wabash, Menards. And of course, out back you have, what is this logo down here? That's a logo, I just cannot, it must be like a saluting military logo probably. Got the Ford license plate with the 2022 registration little sticker on there. Number 12, Body Armor. A pink spoiler, which by the way has chips on it because time and time again, Lionel cannot paint the spoilers on these next gen cars. And I cannot figure that reason out. Nothing on the deck lid. Got Blaney, Snap-on, and the number 12. So for the paint scheme itself, man, this is very superhero-like. This is like bona fide superhero type stuff. Look at the way the scheme pops. It's like straight out of a comic book cover. I mean, look at this thing. Just colors everywhere on this car, and we're going to be taking a look at every bit of it here. And one of the interesting parts of this one is that it's a split paint job. So it's kind of a reverse of colors. So let's look at this side first. Look at the left. You got the green wrapping around the front. And I don't know if that yellow gap is supposed to be there, but it is. But you have the green, that very light, it's not even like a Monster Energy, it's a super light green wrapping across the left front. And of course, you got the spikes on the side with the shadows, you got some shadowing effect, it's like folded origami on this scheme like I brought up on last year. Which, yes, I will be comparing cars, I'm going to try to do that more during Diecast reviews now. Got shadows of the green right there. Of course, you're going to have the dark pink with the shadow, a bit more of yellow gradients and folding right there. Then you got a mix of the green and the pink, and of course, it's going to go from pink and green again with the shadow effect. It's just kind of spiking down the side. And the other side, well, it's a reverse of that color scheme. So now, they're going to be in a different pattern. So wherever it was pink, it's now green, and where it was green, it is now pink. Let's get a closer look at that so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Decal's a bit slid up over the side skirt, so I don't know if that's an accurate thing or if that's a line-out flaw, but there's that. As you guys can tell, you have the two body armor little logos. What does that say? I want to see if I can read the flavor on this car. I really can't. Strawberry, and is that banana? Green? I can't really tell. Decals are a little bit small. I'm just reviewing this as the diecast. But you got the pink bottle and the green bottle. Same as on the hood here. And it kind of looks like now that bottle is actually slid up a little bit more because of the decal. I'm actually not sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. There's a lot of weird issues with these next-gen 164s, but you got the origami folding pattern on the hood as well. You got the green with the yellow folds and gradients, very detailed, and you got a shadowy color of the green and the yellow. That's more of like a shadowy, like yellow-brown type of like shadow color for the yellow. It's got a bit of gray in there as well, which is always cool to see. Of course, you have the body armor. Underneath the body armor edge is just the all yellow, which is just the color of the car. But this side's got the pink spikes with the gradients, and then you got the green with the spikes right there. Very cool looking scheme. Of course, it's going to wrap around the A-post design, and then it's all yellow in the back. Until you actually see the bumper, we've got the green for the green side with the bit of shadow and gradients. And, of course, the pink with the shadow and gradient. It's almost got a bit of red to it. And this also has a bit of yellow to the color. If you guys can get a closer look at that. Yeah, that is pretty interesting on this car. I really, really love this scheme. And when this was on the shipment report of cars coming out, I knew I had to pick this one up. This is a great paint scheme. One of the best of the Coca-Cola 600. And let's bust out here. Let's bust out the 2021, which is the car I was talking about earlier. Which, by the way, this car had flaws too. Decal-wise, just the car that I got. But let's just compare them because this is actually a throwback to this paint scheme with altered colors. However, they actually did add a little bit more. So it might not actually be a throwback because the side has more room because of the number placement. They went and added more of these stripings. So whereas this one just had the front striping, this one actually goes all the way more towards the door and the window net. Which is really, really cool. But other than that, a lot of it stayed the same until you notice that when they did the split color, they left the color yellow in the middle, whereas this was all blue and red because it was still kind of patriotic. Okay, I just noticed a difference that I did not even notice before until I put these two cars together. There's actually more roof detail on the Gen 6 car from 2021 than there is on this car. So it actually is kind of different. Pardon me. Here I was thinking these were the same exact scheme, but they are not. It is actually different. We actually compare that. That is really interesting to note. And of course, with the more door space, more product placement fits on the side. Of course, rims are a different color because there are no more colored wheels. Would have been interesting to see green on this side and then pink on the other, just like the rest of the car. But as you can tell, next-gen diecast, next-gen body and all that, very different in that regard. But my god, still a beautiful, this is probably one of my top favorite diecasts in my collection, even with the little flaws that it has. It just, the colors of it just make it look good. And of course, how could I go without doing the number? Wow, so let's do the numbers. So you got the black outline, the white number fill in, and it's going to be like this for the back and the front. And of course, the sides have a yellow outline. The front and the back don't have that. Only the sides have the yellow bold outline behind the design with the same 12 that was on the roof. These cars just look so good together, man. You could even see the different soldiers and what have you being honored. Of course, let's talk about this because this is new for the next gen car. I'll put the 2021 aside for now, which that car is just a beautiful looking car. Let's get a look at the windshield banner. So, of course, it's the patriotic, but you have the little air vent so the driver can breathe. Very, very cool. Just like the Coca-Cola or the Chase Elliott 124, which, by the way, all of the patriotic cars are now going to have that detail right there. The little window banner air vent, which is really cool. The Coca-Cola 600 4-pack has them. Pretty much any of the patriotics should have this, which I'm really excited for. That's really cool. Finally getting some more details on these cars. And of course, the hood vents are very well over the decals. So here's the front of the car right here. Here's the hood. A very wonky hood at that. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side. And the chassis of the car. Now, my friends, is going to do it for the 2022 Coca-Cola 600 Body Armor Edge paint scheme. Very, very cool. A lot of color. Not to mention the pink spoiler. Yeah, the splitter's still black, but the pink spoiler. Both of these cars just look fantastic. I honestly don't know which one is better. They are both very, very good. But of course, because this is a split paint job, that makes it even better. I mean, wow, dude. Or a wrap job, however you want to look at it. They don't even paint these anymore. But beautiful looking car. Of course, which one do you guys think is better? I know the comment sections have not been working. But if it ever does, which one do you like more? So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for another diecast review on Project 94. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We're still making advancements with the channel, still developing, but we will get there eventually. Thank you all for checking this diecast review out. And always remember to comment, like, subscribe, and of course, to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.